Good morning and welcome to Muscle Maintenance for Thursday, March 28th. I'm Kim Watkins from In Shape Fitness, and today's level 4 workout is going to continue our focus on the core this week. We're going to do a couple of really fun moves, and why don't you just go ahead and let's get started with the warm-up. We're going to march in place for 30 seconds. Do a little postural systems check before you get going here. Make sure your shoulders are back, your ears are in line with your shoulders, your abs are contracted, and your tailbone is tucked in. Now lift the knees up to the hip level as I start the 30 seconds on the clock. Make sure you are breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth, and just relax into it. You're not going to do too much in the first minute or so here, and then we're going to go diving head first into an aerobic start for the first of the 6 moves, but you can rest surely that you are going to have a really great workout. It's going to combine a lot of aerobic moves with very stable, very contracted moves focused again on the core. And now bring your hands above your head, press your palms together and stop marching, and bring your feet together, toes and heels touching. Now this is called the eye stick, and what you're going to do is just contract every single muscle, starting from the very bottom of your feet up your leg. Just think about those muscle fibers contracting so that they are more stable. You are squeezing your pelvic region in, drawing that belly button in and towards the spine. Kegels if you're a girl. Make sure that your abs are really, really tight all the way up. Zip up those abs all the way through your rib cage. A couple more seconds. Now remember, we're going to do 2 sets. The first set is instructional, so there'll be a little bit of time in between the moves in order to explain the next move. The second set, you'll have to remember exactly what you need to do because you're going to go right straight through 30 seconds of each move. The only downtime will be the position changes that you have to make. The first move is called a rocket. So if you recall, what we did yesterday was a forward kick where you lift up the knee, and we did an alternating forward kick. You lift up the knee, then you kick out the foot with some force, and today it's a little more dynamic because what you're going to do is you're going to lift up the knee, and as you kick the lower leg out, you skip with the stable foot. That's why we call it the rocket. So it's like a stationary skip, only you're actually going to skip with a kick out in front of your body. And you can keep your hands on your hips or maybe extend your hands out to your sides for balance, but let's start the 30 seconds on that now, okay? Doesn't matter which foot you start on, get going. Lift and kick and skip. Lift and kick and hop. Right? That's kind of your rhythm. Do it, you really want to focus on still lifting the knee high up, kicking out the foot with the flexed foot so that you activate the back of the leg, and then getting a little height in your hop in order to keep that heart rate up. A couple more seconds. Good. Okay, now we're going to do a fast squat. So it's a regular standard squat, only you're going to be doing, instead of doing maybe 8 or 10 of them in 30 seconds, I want you to do 20, or roughly 20, right? So separate your feet, shoulder width apart, pinky toes and heels are in line. Now sit down and back into your imaginary chair as you inhale. As you lift up, you're going to exhale, squeeze your glutes, press your heels into the floor. Remember those components, those are very important. Inhale on your way down, exhale as you lift back up. 30 seconds time starts now, and go. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Good. You want to maintain the dynamic and component where you can get that many repetitions in, but you don't want to discount the pressing your heels into the floor and squeezing those butt cheeks as you lift all the way up. And you want to come all the way up. You want to make sure you feel that pelvic area, like the thrust of your pelvis forward with the hip flexor fully extended before you switch directions again and go back down. You've only got a couple more seconds. Okay, down on the floor. This is a Spider-Man push-up, which means you're going to do, if you have to do these on your knees, that's fine, but if you can try a couple on your toes, that would be great. You're in the plank position on your hands, and you are going to lower your body, bending your elbows, obviously like a regular push-up. And as you do that, you're going to bring the right knee around laterally to the right elbow, touching the right elbow. And then as you push up, you straighten the leg back out. Then when you lower down again the second time, you do the same thing with the left leg. Time starts now. 30 seconds. Make sure you inhale on your way down and exhale as you push back up. Again, you can do these on your knees. The effort is far mitigated. You know, it's far less severe, but you can do them if you absolutely can't do push-ups on your toes. You're not really doing very many of these, and you've got 8 seconds left. 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Okay, now what I want you to do is turn your body over. We're going into the reverse plank position. Now you're going to keep both feet on the floor. As yesterday, we lifted up lifted one foot up off the floor. Today you're keeping both feet on the floor, but you're going to do a corkscrew rotation with your hips. Right? So you're on your hands, fingers facing forward, hands under your shoulders, heels are on the floor. Lift your hips up and twist. 30 seconds. Time starts now. This is hard. It's also hard on your wrist, so you know I don't discount the significance of being in this position or being in prone position for a large portion of the workout. People tend to complain sometimes that they don't want to do this sort of work. They'd rather do work with weights above their heads so that they don't hurt their wrists. But the truth of the matter is you should be able to maintain and use your body weight on the floor in order to have full function in the parts of the body. So yes, it's hard on your wrist, but unless you have an orthopedic issue, you know, which of course see your doctor if you need to, but it should be relatively safe. It should be safe for you in general unless you have a problem. It might be hard, but it will be safe. Okay, ballerina hip extension is the next move. So lay your head down on the floor, your knees are bent, feet on the floor. Now lift your body up into the bridge that we've been doing all week. And you are going to lift your heels up now. This is the ballerina hip bridge. And we have not yet done that this week. What we did yesterday was the Swiss hip extension. Today we're lifting your heels up, and then we're going to still do the same move as we did yesterday. So now I want you to stabilize your body weight on your right leg, the right toes, if you will, and the ball of your right foot. Now you're going to tap, like a ballerina, tap the left toes down on the floor. 15 seconds. Time starts now. Very good. Yeah, you might get 5 more in. Down to 5 seconds here. And go ahead and switch. Stabilize on the left leg now, left toes, left ball of the foot. Time starts now, 15 seconds. We've got one move left. It's a sculling crunch. This is an advanced sculling crunch because your hands are in the air. But you are going to start that in 5 seconds. Very good. Okay, sit up for me. Get yourself ready for that pretty intense ab move, and it is called the sculling crunch. We did it yesterday. Your hands are on the floor. Today you're doing it with your hands off the floor. So you bring your knees into your chest, feet are not touching the floor, and then extend your legs out straight. Good. Inhale on your way in, exhale on your way out. If you have to, time starts now, by the way, if you have to put your hands back on the floor, that's fine. And if you have to go backwards even more to, the deep lean that we did with the Russian twist, that would be okay as well. Just, keep moving. Keep working those abs. You will be so happy once bathing suit season gets here. 5 seconds until your break. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Okay, stand on up and take a couple of deep breaths. Make sure you have a sip of water, and let's go back through our two standing moves, right? You're going to do the rocket, then the dynamic squat. Are you ready? Time starts now. 30 seconds for that rocket. Remember, you're lifting your knee up as high as you can, then kicking out the foot, and as that foot gets kicked out, you're doing a skip, a hop with the other leg, and then alternating. You are doing great. Keep breathing. Just want to breathe continuously through these moves. And 5 seconds. Especially the moves where the dynamic component becomes the aerobic component, obviously. With muscle maintenance workouts, the aerobic issue is less kind of people talk to me about this all the time. Like, where's the cardio? Where's the cardio? Where's the cardio? Because they want to burn calories, burn calories, burn calories. And I'll talk about that a little bit in a second. But go ahead into your dynamic squat. Time starts now on that. There's obviously cardio here because I know your heart rate is up. When I did this routine on my own, my heart rate before I set it up for the week, my heart rate got up during these moves. It's not a function of having 30 minutes of sustained cardio every day. You know, the 4 or 5 minutes of sustained cardio that you're doing in this particular component of the workout is great. And then when you take the stairs a little later today, that's another 30 seconds. And you know, you do a little bit of everything through your day and maintain a healthy existence. Your heart rate will get up enough. You just can't sit around. Okay, now down on the floor, Spider-Man push-up. Time starts now. Now I'll give you a couple more seconds. I threw that at you pretty fast. Okay, ready, set, now 30 seconds. Spider-Man push-up. Theoretically, your heart rate should stay up, especially during the Spider-Man push-up, and then you're going to flip your body over at the end of this and do that reverse plank corkscrew. You know, there's no reason why your heart rate shouldn't stay up for most of the rest of this set. And there are 3 moves left. 10 seconds on the Spider-Man push-ups. Push hard. Keep moving, even if you go down to your knees. 3 seconds. 2, 1, and flip your body into the reverse plank. Time starts now. That corkscrew. Squeeze those tummy muscles. Really, really focus in on the pelvic floor here. There's no better time to focus on squeezing your belly button, kind of like squeezing it back towards your spine, and then lifting in and up through your pelvic region. A Kegel exercise. If you, as you do this, all those dynamic isometric contractions, they add up. All right, ready for the next one? Ballerina hip extension. So lay down on the floor and your knees are in the air, feet hip width apart, hands down by your sides, heels come up off the floor, and 15 seconds with the right leg stable, left leg moving, tapping those left toes. About halfway through. Good, down to 5 seconds. And switch. Now the left leg is stable, right leg is going to lift up and tap those right toes on the floor. I love it. So good for the back of your leg. In this position, it's really fantastic. Okay, sit on up. Last move here. We're going to do that sculling crunch with your hands up. Time starts now. Very good. Make sure you're inhaling as you bring those knees in. Exhale as you extend your legs all the way out. Your hands are up. If they need to get, touch the floor, that's okay. But you should feel this now in your abs. If you're leaning back far enough, you should definitely feel this. And if you notice, when you extend your body back, you extend your legs out forward, you're kind of making a V, or in yoga, this is also called a boat pose, which is part of what we're going to be doing tomorrow for the level 5 workout. So on that note, you are all set. Have a wonderful Thursday. I'll be back tomorrow for Friday's workout. And that's March 29th. Wow, I can't believe it. It's the end of the month of March. Have a wonderful day. Please let us know if you have any questions or comments about these workouts. We can be reached at inshape-fitness.com. I'm Kim Watkins, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day.